Bhagavad Gita Upanishad ki all glories to this temple devotee. All glories to this temple devotee. All glories to this temple devotee. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Paranga Jai Nitai Gaur Premanande. So, let's do Mangalacharan. Thereafter, we'll discuss the topic for the day. Om Madhyantimirandasya Jnanam Shalakaya Chakshurum Vidyam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Mudale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nidinamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shuddhivati Paschata Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Bhute Mahadhir Yamam Puro Vibhu Nirvana Shete Yadamusha Purusha Bhute Gunam Shwadasha Shwadashatmaka Solam Kasishta Bhagavan Vachamsimu Shri Krishna Sharanam Sharanagatam Katha Amritam Sadavavivatam Bhakti Vedanta Margapantanam Sadhaloka Vishideva Janma Prasannam Sadhaloka Vishideva Janma Prasannam. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So, I recall that as a teenager, what appealed most to me when I used to attend temple, so of course, the primary reason, motivation to going for the temple was prasad. Because you study hard throughout the week and you eat your own cooked meals, which is not so palatable at that time. Even now it's challenging. But when I would go to the temple, then after Kirtan, the class would become the highlight, even though the purpose was to go to Prashadam. And why the class became the highlight? Primarily because it was based on not just speculation or someone just talking out of their own whim. Because the class was based on Bhagavad Gita, on the foreground of scripture. And therefore, it carried some weight. Prabhu, can you close the door? I think the fan is on too loud there. So because the class, as I mentioned, was not just speculation. It is based on scriptures. And this is what Brahma Samhita says. What will attract everyone? Because everyone is searching after truth. Some know it, some don't. Even one who doesn't know it, but when they hear the truth, they will pause, think, and say, yes, actually this is true. So Brahma Samhita says, please repeat, Brahmanes tat sat achares. Brahmanes yat sad achares. So Brahmanes means what? Evidence, proof. What is the proof? So that proof, actually, we get from the scriptures. But then something else has to follow is Sadacharya. Sadacharya means proper conduct, proper behavior. When we hear the truth, then we should have the courage to walk on that path of truth. Yad abhyasay nirantaram. So abhyasay means the practice. So that practice has to be done again and again. We always say abhyas karo means no, practice it again and again. Sometimes we will be successful, sometimes we will not. Yesterday Amarendra Prabhu gave such a wonderful class. And what really hit me was that the statistics of the great tennis player Roger Federer, that he won 80% of the matches. But when they analyzed the number of points he had won, it was 50%. That means that he was going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, like that. But at the crucial points, at the crucial time, he won. And that crucial juncture in our life, also, whether we win that match point or not, is determined on how strong our conviction is. And that conviction becomes strong on the basis of the scriptural evidence. Praman. What's the praman? Bodhayan atmanatmanam. Bodhayan means in this way one awakens. Atmanam, by one's own intelligence, one's own self awakens. Bhaktim api uttamam labhet. And that person gets uttama bhakti, means the best of all goals and results. This is the whole aim of Bhagavad Gita, to bring us to that point. Now, I recall that when I first had one of the classes of my Guru Maharaj when I was there, so he just emphasized on the 4 verses of Bhagavad Gita, which are known as Chaturshloki Bhagavad Gita, which are the seed verses of Bhagavad Gita. And he said it's very simple, and we don't have to complicate it much. And the verse is Bhagavad Gita chapter 10, text number 8 to 11. These 4 verses are known as the bija, or the seed verse of Bhagavad Gita. And if one knows these seed verses, then literally you know the whole of Bhagavad Gita, you can say. Because every verse in Bhagavad Gita can be related to any one of these 4 verses. You can bring it back and say, okay, it relates to this, or it relates to that verse. So the first of the seed verses, let's try to meditate on that. So since Bhagavad Gita Jayanti is coming up in a few weeks' time, let's for the next few weeks concentrate on these 4 verses of Bhagavad Gita, which are the seed verses and most important verses. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Aham Sarvasya Prabhu. Mata Sarvam Pravartate. Iti Matva Bhajante Mam. Buddha Bhava Samambitaha. So, when is Gita Jayanti celebrated?
First, 2nd December.
2nd December. So it's Sunday.
1st to 2nd December. It's actually Monday, but we celebrate on Sunday.
Sunday, yeah. So 2 more weeks to go. 3 weeks to go. Basically this week and next week. 2 weeks to go. Yeah, 2 weeks. Okay, so is it next week?
Next week.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah. So basically, let's make a goal for ourselves that in 2 weeks we can memorize these 4 verses. And it's not difficult. Every day if we do it at our homes, then it will be very easy. And we meditate on the word to word and repeat what Prabhupada is saying. So at least on the day of Bhagavad Gita, we can offer to their Lordships by singing these 4 verses with knowing the meaning and with feeling. Feeling is most important. There is a pastime that in the South Indian temple, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went, there Brahmana was reciting Bhagavad Gita. But he wasn't pronouncing the verses correctly, the grammar wasn't correct, pronunciation wasn't correct, and all the people standing around were standing and laughing at him, making a mockery of him. But this person was very serious, and he was crying as well. Tears were coming out of his eyes as he was reciting Bhagavad Gita. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to him and said, "Sir, what are you doing? You know?" He said, "Oh, I'm reciting Bhagavad Gita." "Why?" "Because my spiritual master told me, you just recite Bhagavad Gita. So I'm following his instruction." Then he asked, "But why are you crying?" And he said, "I'm crying because I'm thinking how great my Lord is, how merciful my Lord is, that he is sitting in a low position. He's a driver, he's a charioteer, and Arjun is seated in an elevated position. And see how merciful my Lord is. He's the servant of his devotee. And thinking that I just can't help but just cry. Tears are coming from my eyes, thinking the mercy of the Lord, how merciful he is." So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very happy, and he blessed him. And he started reciting Bhagavad Gita properly from then on. I mean, he was doing it properly as far as the essence and the bhava, the sentiments, the conviction is concerned. So these 3 things are very important. What is our bhava when we reciting these verses? What are our sentiments? And how strong our conviction is. That yes, Krishna is so merciful, he is giving this nectar of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. It is for us he is giving, and he is using Arjuna as an instrument. Arjuna actually is a great devotee of the Lord. He doesn't have anything to learn. But through him, Krishna is teaching. Like the mother-in-law in India, it is said, teaches the daughter-in-law through the daughter. The daughter may not have done anything wrong, but the daughter-in-law is at fault. So in front of daughter-in-law, the mother-in-law would chastise the daughter. And if the daughter-in-law is intelligent, the daughter-in-law would know, oh, actually, it's not her fault. So she's actually telling me through the daughter. Mother will say to the daughter, "Oh, are you stupid? You can't even understand this simple thing, how it's done?" And the daughter-in-law, when she hears that, "Oh, this message is for me, not for her." So similarly, it is said that Bhagavad Gita, what is it? It's the nectar of all the Upanishads combined. Sarvo Upanishado Gavo. Sarvo Upanishado Gavo. So Gavo means a cow. So it is said that 108 Upanishads. Just imagine trying to get and to read all of them. We're not even able to read Bhagavad Gita. So 108 Upanishads in the form of a cow. Sarvo Upanishado Gavo. Sarvo Upanishado Gavo. Dogdha Gopalanandana. Dogdha means the milkman who is milking this cow is Gopalanandana, is the son of the person who is looking after the cows. He is Krishna. So Krishna is milking this cow in the form of, which is in the form of Upanishad. And what is the amrita or the milk he's pouring out? He's pouring out the milk of Bhagavad Gita. We should have patents in about 2 to 3 weeks. Partho vatsa suredhokta. So Partha, Arjuna, is like a vatsa, calf. So when the calf goes near the cow automatically starts giving milk. So Arjuna is acting like a calf. But then when the calf is satisfied drinking the milk, the rest of the milk is had by everyone else. Dugdham Gita Amritam Maha. So this Gita Amrita, the nectar of Bhagavad Gita, through Arjuna, we are all having. Arjuna is like a calf. So this verse, 10.8, you can say this verse is known as the epistemology. So epistemology is the study of science, a branch of philosophy, which is asking this question: why do you do what you do? Why do you believe what you believe? So this verse says, Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Let's look at it line by line. Aham. I. So who is speaking this verse? Krishna. So Krishna is saying I. Sarvasya. Of all. Prabhavaha. The source of generation. So Krishna is basically here saying, I am the source of generation of everything there is, both spiritual and material worlds. Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Anyone else would like to lead?
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Okay. Let's put your hand up and then I'll tell you. Yes, Prabhu. Vijay.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Hand up. Mati.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
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 Aham sarvasya prabhavo. What is aham?
I.
Sarvasya?
Everything.
Of all, everything. Prabhava?
Source of.
The source of generation. Krishna is saying, I am the source of generation of everything. So everything that we can see, we cannot see, but there is, Krishna is the source of generation. Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Yes, who else?
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
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 Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Don't say it, sing it. What does Bhagavad Gita mean? Song of the Lord. So it's meant to be sung. If you say it just like that, you won't remember it. But songs, everyone remembers, isn't it? Aham sarvasya prabhu.
Aham sarvasya prabhu.
Aham sarvasya prabhu.
Aham sarvasya prabhu.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
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 Mataha. From me. Sarvam. Everything. Pravartate. Emanates. Very easy to remember again. Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Yes, do it. Vijay.
Matah sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Matah sarvam
Pravartate.
pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Matah sarvam pravartate.
Mata 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 sarvam pravartate.
Matah sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate. Mata sarvam pravartate. Please come closer. Too far. I can't. I need your good vibrations. Much closer. Don't leave any gap. Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Yes. Second line. Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Yes. Good.
Matah sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate. Can I say the full thing?
Later. Let everyone say.
Matah sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Matah sarvam pravartate.
Mata
Sarvam pravartate.
Matah sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Ishan.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
You have concentrate, huh? Yes.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
What's the name? Keshav. Keshav. Keshav, next time try without looking. So that's why concentrate. Hearing and chanting. So if we hear properly, we will chant. So most of the devotees here are saying without looking. Although they glanced at it at the start, but then this is called attention, attentive chanting. Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
What does mata mean?
From me.
Very good. From me. So Krishna is saying from me. Sarvam.
Everything.
Everything. Pravartate.
Pravartate.
Emanates. So from me everything emanates. Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam
Prabhavaha,
Prabhavaha,
source of generation.
source of
So he says, I am the source of generation, everything emanates from me. Very, very simple. Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Now, 2 lines together. Yes, Vijay Prabhu.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate. Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Sarvam.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Very good, Prabhu. Yes, Chirag.
Aham sarvasya prabho.
No, sing.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Try again, sing.
Aham sarvasya prabho.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Very nice. Yes.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Aham
sarvasya prabhavo. Mata sarvam pravartate. Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mataji, anyone?
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mataji, let's try.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Very nice. Anyone else? Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Yes.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Mata sarvam pravartate.
Yes.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Mata pravas
Sarvam.
Mata sarvasya prabhave.
Mata sarvasya pravartate.
Mata sarvasya
Sarvam.
sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
See, Sanskrit is perfect language. Each line has equal amount of syllables, so it perfectly fits in a meter. Aham sarvasya prabhu mata sarvam pravartate. If you count in Sanskrit the alphabets of that first line, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So this is, in Sanskrit it's called Anushtushta. That's the name of the meter. Anushtushta Stamba. Okay. So each line has 16 syllables. Therefore, when you sing it properly, it will fit correctly. But if you don't sing it correctly, or if you make a mistake, the meter will go out of whack. Therefore, even if you forget the rest, but if you remember the meter and sing the meter properly, it will automatically come to you. Therefore, it is meant to be sung, not just spoken. Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Who will explain these first 2 lines to me after singing? Try. First
I
sing.
am the source
Very good. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
So Prabhupada translates. Please repeat. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Basically covers everything. Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Everything emanates from me.
Everything emanates from me.
These two lines. Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
So someone may ask, so what? What to do then after that? Then Krishna replies, Iti matva bhajante mam.
Iti matva bhajante mam.
Iti matva bhajante mam.
Iti matva bhajante mam.
Iti. Thus. Matva. Knowing. Bhajante. Become devoted. Mam. Unto me. Very easy to understand. Iti matva, thus knowing, bhajante, become devoted, mam, to me. So, as we mentioned, this is, in philosophy it is called epistemology, the branch of study which explains why we believe in something we believe. So here, simply, our Guru Maharaj explained that why we worship Krishna. Because simple. This verse, Krishna himself says, Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
I am the source of all the material and spiritual worlds. Please repeat. I am the source of all. From me everything emanates.
From me everything emanates.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Iti matva bhajante mam.
Iti matva bhajante mam.
Thus knowing, iti matva, the wise becomes bhajante mam, devoted to me. So this is the reason I worship Krishna. Buddha bhava samanvitaha.
Buddha bhava samanvitaha.
Buddha bhava samanvitaha.
Buddha bhava samanvitaha.
Buddha the learner. Bhava samanvitaha. With great attention. So bhava also means emotion. But see how practical Prabhupada is. He doesn't just sentimentally give a definition which is very loose. No, he gives the bhava has to be meaning with attention. Meaning it's not that something which is spiraling always. No, it has to be consistent absorption with devotion and emotion onto Krishna. Buddha bhava samanvitaha.
Buddha bhava samanvitaha.
Let's repeat the translation. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds.
I am the source of all the spiritual and material worlds.
Everything emanates from me.
Everything emanates from me.
The wise who perfectly know this,
The wise who perfectly know this,
engage in my devotional service,
engage in my devotional service,
and worship me with all their hearts. So now if anyone asks us, why do you worship Krishna? Then we have this verse. We worship Krishna because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Iti matva bhajante mam.
Iti matva bhajante mam.
Buddha bhava samanvitaha.
Buddha bhava samanvitaha.
Buddha bhava samanvitaha.
Buddha bhava
matva bhajante mam.
Iti 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 matva bhajante mam.
Yes.
Iti matva bhajante mam. Iti matva bhajante mam.
Iti matva bhajante mam.
Iti matva bhajante mam. Iti matva bhajante mam.
Iti matva bhajante mam.
Iti matva bhajante mam. Iti matva bhajante mam.
Yes, Keshav.
Iti matva bhajante mam.
Very good.
Iti matva bhajante mam.
Yes.
Iti matva bhajante mam.
Very
Iti
good.
matva bhajante mam.
Have your teachers taught you this verse before? I can't see. Have you learned this verse before? No. What?
Iti matva bhajante mam.
Iti matva bhajante mam.
Iti matva bhajante mam.
Iti matva bhajante mam.
What does iti mean? Das. Matva? Knowing. Bhajante? Become devoted to me. What is that me there? Ma. Iti matva bhajante ma.
Iti matva bhajante mam.
Okay. Now who will sing the 3 lines together? Yes.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Tava sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Iti matva bhajante mam.
Iti matva bhajante mam.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Iti matva bhajante mam.
Iti matva bhajante mam.
See, this is perfect brain yoga. You will never get Alzheimer's. No, really, because it requires coordination of singing the verse correctly in right meter, and you channeling your talent of singing at the same time, and you are remembering the verses as well. So the art of singing and the knowledge of the verses, it's all coming together. Why do people get these kind of diseases? It's because they stop thinking. But Bhagavad Gita is the greatest thought and it's nectarian. Therefore it is called Dugdham Gitamritam. If we ever want to stay young, like Brahmaji, how old is he? What is the lifespan of Brahmaji? 311 trillion, 40 billion years by human calculation. Now, imagine how senile Brahmaji must be. But Brahmaji says, actually I am ever fresh and ever young. In my mind, even though the body may be old, in my mind I am sharp as a whip. Why? He says, because the condition of my mind has never deteriorated. Nabharti me gamrisho balakshate. Never has anything I said proven to be wrong. Name kvachit me manaso mrishagatihi. Never the condition of my mind has deteriorated. No, otherwise, even at 40 sometimes we think, oh, we are getting so old, we can't remember simple things. Name kvachit me manaso mrishagati. Name rishikani padantya satpate. Never have my senses fallen into degrading condition. And reason why this is the case, Brahmaji says, because Yanme Hido Kantavrata Hido Harihi, because in my heart I have got hold of the lotus feet of Krishna with great zeal. So if you want to remain ever young, at least in mind. Now Srila Prabhupada was very, very old. Even on the deathbed, but his mind, Tamal Krishna Maharaj says, was sharp as a whip. So at least in mind, when we are young and fresh, this only comes with the mercy of Krishna and our endeavor to know him through these verses. Aham sarvasya prabhavo, aham sarvasya prabhavo, mata sarvam pravartate, mata sarvam pravartate, iti matva bhajante ma, iti matva bhajante ma. Who else? Yes, Vijay.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo,
aham sarvasya prabhavo,
matah sarvam pravartate,
matah sarvam pravartate,
iti matva bhajante mam,
iti matva bhajante mam.
Yes. One more person. One Mataji.
Let me try.
Okay.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo,
aham sarvasya prabhavo,
matah sarvam pravartate,
matah sarvam pravartate,
iti matva bhajante mam.
iti matva bhajante mam.
Very good. Yes. Ritika.
Aham sarvasya prabho.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo,
Mata sarvam pravartate.
matah sarvam pravartate,
Iti matva bhajante mam.
iti matva bhajante mam.
Aham sarvasya prabho.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo,
Mata sarvam pravartate.
matah sarvam pravartate,
Iti matva bhajante mam.
iti matva bhajante mam.
Very good. So in this way, after we go out from here, even within our household, we can challenge each other. Let's recite the verse, and then if they get stuck, then you can remind them, it is this word. But not so quickly. Don't jump. Let the brain endeavor a bit, intelligence, memory, endeavor a bit. But when they ask really, okay, tell me, then give them a clue. So the translation is very simple. I am the source of all material and spiritual worlds. What is the line for that?
Aham sarvasya prabhavo,
Very good. Then everything emanates from me.
matah
Knowing this, the wise becomes devoted to me and worships me with all their hearts.
iti matva bhajante mam.
Buddha bhava samanvitaha,
Buddha bhava samandita,
Buddha bhava samanvitaha.
Buddha bhava samandita.
So Buddha here means wise or learned. So if a person is wise or learned, do we all want to become wise or learned? It's a rhetorical question. Of course, we all want to be wise and learned. So Krishna gives the clue how we can become wise and learned. We can become soul wise. One may be money wise, one may be intellectually wise, but who is here soul wise? Soul wise means doing what the supreme cause of all causes, Krishna, he is saying. Iti matva bhajante mam.
Iti matva bhajante mam.
And we do it on the foreground of knowledge, knowing. Matva means knowing. It's not based on sentiment. It is, this conviction is not fanatism. It is based on the foreground of knowledge. Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Mata sarvam pravartate. Iti matva bhajante mam. Buddha bhava samanvitaha. Last line. Buddha bhava samanvitaha. What does Buddha mean? Wise or learned. So in the word-to-word Prabhupada gives learned, and in the translation he gives wise. In this way you can scrutinizingly study Prabhupada, whether he has been authentic or not. This is one of the reasons, I always wondered what Prabhupada is saying this, he's saying that, but is it authentic? So I remember when I was in Fiji, then there was a Sanskrit teacher there, and I approached him. And I said, I want to learn Sanskrit so that I can at least read Bhagavad Gita and understand it, that the translations are authentic or not. And Prabhupada encourages that. In the introduction of Bhagavad Gita, you read, Prabhupada says, one should not follow blindly, but rather scrutinizingly study the scripture. Not challengingly. Challengingly means you are just adamant to oppose this. No. Scrutinizingly maybe, okay, why is this that? Why is that? Okay, that's not challenging. But challenging is, no, this cannot be true. And you just close yourself off. So Krishna is opening his heart out to Arjuna here. He's pouring the nectar of love to Arjuna. And we are the beneficiaries of that love, provided we open Srimad Bhagavad Gita and try to receive this message. This is the whole thing. Now look, this one verse for the last 40 minutes or so, we have been reciting and discussing. But everyone's attention has been on this, what Krishna is saying, isn't it? Krishna captivates. Krishna instructions, Krishna's names, Krishna himself are not different from each other. But when we try to learn in this way, our attention has to be 100% there, isn't it? Because you may fear, Viraja Krishna Prabhu now will call out my name. Well, that's what my Guru Maharaj used to do. But this is the way of learning. That collectively we learn. I remember Indra Maharaj once said, austerity by one. If we have to do any tapasya, we don't put other people in difficulty. We undergo the austerity ourselves. Learning by at least two. So you should find a partner with whom we can learn these verses. And encourage each other. Two or more. At least two. Music by three. Harmonium, Mridanga, Karta, singing. At least by three. And war by many. You have to go to war, you have to make sure you have whole army behind you. But if only Krishna is with you, then that's enough. Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Mata sarvam pravartate. Iti matva bhajante ma. Buddha bhava samanvitaha. we had it that by next week, Sunday, everyone would have memorized this verse and the next verse. Is that fair?
Yeah.
We have got 2 weeks. So by end of Gita Jayanti is in 2 weeks, we'll have 4 verses memorized. So 2 verses per week. That means every day in the morning, as soon as you wake up, just open Bhagavad Gita and read and look at these verses and sing these verses. Aham sarvasya prabhavo Mata sarvam pravartate Iti matva vachante mam Guna samanvita Especially all the children, Vedic, Nisar, Ishan, Keshav's sister, everyone. Alright? So the next verse, Machchitta Madgata Prana Bodhayanta Parasparam Katayantascha Mam Nityam Pushyanti Charamanti Cha. So as an enticement for learning this verse tells on how we can become satisfied and how we can experience pleasure, how we can be pleased. So this verse is in regard to us. So chapter 10, text number 8 and 9. 8 to 11 are the 4 seed verses. So let's do this. Good deal?
Yeah.
I know my spiritual master, so like when the classes would be over, Aarti would happen, and then in the line everyone would be standing for prasadam, and he would recite the verse. No recite, go back of the line. Let come until you have recited it. We won't do this, this week. But by next week, please learn the verse. It can be a good technique to make everyone recite. Jai Prasadam ki. Jai Shri Radha Giri Guru Hare ki. Jai